Hello, I am Amundsson, back with more of beautiful Stockholm. Hagaparken is a large park close to Stockholm City. There are several historical buildings in this park and a very fine zoo. Lots of people who live in Stockholm come to Hagaparken to take a walk or have a picnic. Hagaparken was created during the years 1771 to 1780 at the request of King Gustav III. It was then improved during the years 1780 to 1797 and became what it is today. Gustav III was assassinated in 1792, so he never got to see the final result. Gustav I's Pavilion is a small castle in Hagaparken that was built during the years 1787 to 1792. It soon became too small for King Gustav I and his family, so the king commissioned the construction of a bigger castle. This building is usually open to the public, but has now been closed for some time because of the COVID-19 pandemic. If you travel to Stockholm and visit Hagaparken in the future, you may be able to visit the pavilion. Anyhow, here are some pictures from the inside of Gustav I's pavilion. Gustav I's pavilion soon became too small for the king, so he commissioned the construction of a bigger castle in the park. This new castle was designed by the architect Louis Desprez, and the construction was commenced in 1786. The construction of this new castle came to a halt when the king died in 1792, and the ruin is all that remains of it. Not much of a ruin either.
Sen i efterhand har man ju förstått att det hade varit en del gubbar här i gamla Haga, tittat in i fönstren och liksom planlagt att ta livet av honom tidigare.
The copper tents were designed by the architect Louis Desprez and built during the years 1787 to 1790. They are not really tents, but houses that look like tents from a distance. They were meant to serve as barracks for the royal guards. Today there's a nice restaurant in the large building in the middle, and in the summer you can have lunch or coffee outdoors if the weather is fine. Chinese culture was in fashion in Europe during the late 18th century. This is the Chinese Pavilion in Hagaparken. The Chinese Pavilion was also designed by Louis Desprez and built in 1787. The Turkish Kiosk, or the Turkish Pavilion, is another one of the buildings in Hagaparken. It was designed by the architect Fredrik Magnus Piper and built during the years 1786 to 1788. It lies close to the Chinese Pavilion. Here, King Gustav I sometimes met with prominent people in the government or the military for consultations and discussions. And King Gustav III loved to have a meal outdoors. This building, the Echo Temple, was built in 1790 to serve as an outdoor dining room. It later got the name the Echo Temple because of the echo that is created when you stand under the roof and talk. Haga slot is a fine little palace in Hagaparken. It was designed by the architect Fredrik Jörvel and built during the years 1802 to 1805. The Crown Princess Victoria and her husband Daniel live here since 2010. Because of this, Haga slot is not open to the public, so I could not step inside with my cameras. Anyhow, here are some pictures of what it looks like on the inside. Fjärilshuset, or the butterfly house with Haga Ocean, is an indoor zoo here in Hagaparken. They have lots of butterflies, as the name says, flying around in there, lots of exotic animals, and a large shark tank. Now it's late in the evening and the place is closed, so I cannot show you any of the fascinating creatures that live in there, but it's definitely worth a visit if you're going to Hagaparken. So, if you're going on a summer holiday in Stockholm and planning to stay for a week or more, make an excursion to Hagaparken. Visit the historical sites and the butterfly house and have lunch at the restaurant. There are also a couple of small cafes in other parts of the park where you can make a stop. You will need a full day to explore Hagaparken. That's all for this time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more from beautiful Stockholm and Sweden.